Hey guys, and welcome to our YMCA Fitness Center. Today, we're going to be showing you how to use our facility's equipment. Let's get started.
First, we're going to go over the rules and regulations of the fitness center. With being in a public space, you need to be respectful of those around you. For starters, wear appropriate clothing. This includes wearing shirts and closed-toed shoes at all times. You should not wear any sandals, Crocs, or slides throughout the fitness center at any point while using equipment or exercising. Please maintain a respectful noise level and refrain from using vulgar language while in the fitness center. Let's keep the space welcoming for everyone. Avoid slamming or dropping weights and machines. Always control the weight on the way down. If it's too difficult, use a lighter load to maintain proper form and safety. It is important to take proper rest between sets to allow your body to recover. A good rest period is typically 1 to 3 minutes, depending on what feels right for you. However, be mindful not to rest too long so that others have the chance to use the equipment as well. Please be mindful not to use your phone for extended periods while occupying a machine. This can cause unnecessary delays and prevent others from accessing the equipment in a timely manner.
It is important to note that there are age restrictions on using the fitness center. If you are 10 to 13 years old, you must be with a parent at all times in order to access the fitness center. Also, you are only permitted to use the cardio equipment, which includes treadmills, bikes, ellipticals, and Stairmasters. You may also utilize our yoga room to use the equipment that is available, such as resistance bands and yoga balls, as well as body weight exercises. You are not permitted to use our strength equipment, such as machines and free weights. Once you turn 14, you will no longer have to come into our fitness center with a parent. You will also have full access to all the fitness center has to offer, including all cardio equipment, strength machines, and free weights.
We're going to start with the tour of the facility. So when you first walk in, to your left, there's going to be the fitness attendant desk. And this is where you can ask anyone who's on duty for any assistance. And you can also sign out any equipment you need, whether that be a basketball, soccer ball, volleyball, or racquetball equipment. All you have to do is sign your name out and grab whatever you need.
Moving to the right, over here, we have 2 ab machines, a lower back machine, and arm machines that you can utilize at any point during your workout. Also over in this area, we have boxes that you can use for different exercises, a lower back stretch, a rowing machine, yoga mats, and TRX ropes that you can use at any point.
Behind me, we have the women's locker room. And then as we move along into the gym, we have a cable machine. And then in front of that is all of our cardio equipment available. So in the back row, we have all of the treadmills. Over here, we have some ellipticals and 2 Stairmaster machines. And then all of our biking in the front.
Moving back in the gym, we're now going to enter our weight area. This is where we have all different types of machines and free weights, including dumbbells and barbells that you can utilize at any point during your workout. We will go over some techniques with you later in the video of how to use all these equipment and machinery.
Now over to the right, we have more cable machines as well as all of our cable attachments. Now if you follow me, I'm going to show you the yoga room and circuit room we have available. This is our yoga room. This is going to be the quiet place where you can do stretches and floor exercises only. So we have a bunch of different equipment, such as yoga balls, yoga mats, medicine balls, stretch bands, and more, so you can have a great and efficient stretch before and after your workout.
Now let's move to the spin room. This is our spin room where we have about 20 bikes that people use for spin classes, and you can also use at any point during your workout.
Now let me show you the circuit room. This is our circuit room where we provide machines and more floor exercises for you to utilize as another space for your workout.
Now we're going to get started with the basics of weight training. First, we're going to start with the 5 machines that you see as you enter the gym. If you're ever unsure about which muscle group a machine targets or how to use that machine, no problem. On the machine, there are directions on how to use the machines, as well as a diagram of which muscle the machine works. This is the rotary torso machine. This machine will work your internal and external oblique muscles. For this machine, you want to choose a weight that you can do 10 to 12 reps with the last few reps being somewhat difficult to do. For this machine, what you're going to do, you're always going to take this yellow lever and pull it up and rotate to one side that you want to work on. You will then put your arms on a position like this and twist to the opposite direction, just like this. After you've done 10 to 12 reps of that, you want to rotate to the other side by pulling up on the yellow handle and rotating to the other side, like this. You'll then go into the same position and rotate in the opposite direction. This is our abdominal crunch machine. This machine will work your abdominal muscles. You want to choose a weight that you can do 10 to 12 reps with the last few reps being somewhat difficult to do. For this machine, if the seat is too high up or too far down, you want to use the yellow lever to move it up or down. In order to perform this exercise, you first want to sit down and put your feet behind the pads that are provided below. You then want to grab a hold of the handles behind your head and put your elbows on the pads. You then want to go forward, squeeze at the top, and slowly go back down to get the most out of this machine. This is our lower back extension machine. This will work your lower back muscles. For this machine, you want to choose a weight that you can do 10 to 12 reps with the last few reps being somewhat difficult to do. For this machine, you can adjust the size of the seat by pushing up on the L lever and moving up or down the seat. You can also change the foot pad by pushing down on the yellow lever and moving it up and down as you wish. To use this machine, you first want to sit down and put your feet on the foot pad. You then want to adjust the pad behind your head on your upper back. You then want to grab a hold of the handles, lean back to where you feel a stretch in your back, and lean back up again. This is our triceps extension machine. This is going to work your tricep muscles. For this machine, you can move the back seat support back and forward by pushing up on the yellow lever and moving it back and forth at your pleasure. You can also adjust the seating by pushing up on the yellow lever and moving it up and down as you wish. To perform this exercise, you will first want to choose a weight that you can perform 10 to 12 reps with the last few reps being somewhat difficult to do. For this machine, you first want to sit down and grab a hold of these two handles like this. You want to push up and put the side of your hand on the pads like this. You then want to put your elbows on the pad and press down like this. You want to hold at the bottom and go up slowly for maximum effort. This is our bicep curl machine. This is going to work your bicep muscles. For this machine, you want to choose a weight that you can do 10 to 12 reps with the last few reps being somewhat difficult to do. For this machine, you can move the back support by pushing up on the yellow lever, moving it up and back as you wish. You can also change the seat on this machine by pushing up on the yellow lever and moving the seat up or down as you wish. To perform this exercise, you first want to sit down in the seat and put your elbows on the pads like so. You then want to grab the handles and your elbows still touching the pads. You want to curl toward your head and back down very slowly to get the most out of this machine.
To work the treadmill, you want to start it by pressing this green button on. Once it starts, you can increase the speed by using this plus to go faster. And if you want to increase the incline, you can hit this plus to the left. To stop it, you want to hit this red button and it'll stop. To use the elliptical machine, you want to start moving first. Once I start moving, I can hit the green button to start my time. And then I can increase the resistance by pressing this plus button. And now, if I want to stop my workout, I can just stop moving and it'll stop on its own. To use the bike, you can first adjust the seat by pressing up on this red lever and moving it forward or backward to your pleasure. Then, to start the movement, you want to start moving, and then you can press the green button to start your workout. And to increase resistance, you can hit this plus button to make it harder on yourself. And then if you want to stop, you can just stop moving and your workout is done. To use the Stairmaster machine, first, when you're getting on, you want to make sure that you're utilizing this red pedal so that you don't trip. Hoist yourself up, and then you can start moving by pressing this green button. And then to make it go faster, you can press this plus button to make it harder. And all you need to do to stop is press either this red button on the front or on the side handle right here. And you'll stop moving.
Here we have two shoulder machines, but today we're going to be going over the overhead press machine. This machine will work your shoulders and also triceps. For this machine, you want to choose a weight that you can perform 10 to 12 reps with the last few reps being somewhat difficult to do. For this machine, you can move the seat up and down by pulling up on the yellow lever and pulling it up and down. For this machine, you first want to start by sitting down and making sure your feet are touching the ground. You then want to grab whichever handle is more comfortable for you, like so, and press up very slowly over your head and then move slowly back down. This is our compound row machine, which is going to work your back muscles. For this machine, you want to choose a weight that you can perform 10 to 12 reps with the last few being very difficult to do. For this machine, you first want to sit down and place your feet on the foot pads. You then want to grab a hold of the handles, sit back, and then pull the weight back to you while keeping your back straight at all times. This is our lat pull down machine. This machine will work your back muscles, specifically your lats. For this machine, you want to choose a weight that you can perform 10 to 12 reps with the last few being somewhat difficult to do. For this machine, you can adjust the knee pads by pulling out on the yellow lever on the right side, moving up or down at your pleasure. You can also adjust the seat on this machine by pulling up on the yellow lever, moving it up or down as you wish. For this machine, you first want to sit down and make sure your legs are caught by the knee pads and you will not move around. You then want to grab up on the handles while keeping your back straight. You want to pull down with this motion, hold at the bottom, and slowly come back up. This is our pullover machine. This machine will mainly work your back muscles while also working your abs. For this machine, you want to choose a weight that you can perform 10 to 12 reps with the last few reps being somewhat difficult to do. For this machine, you can adjust the seat by pulling up on the yellow lever, pulling it up and down as you wish. To start with this machine, you first want to sit down and use a seat belt if you would like. You then want to put your feet on this handlebar right here, push down, and then reach back, put your elbows on the pads, and grab the handle behind you. You then want to put your feet on the ground by slowly putting up the handlebar, and then you want to pull down with this motion. This is a machine that you can perform multiple bodyweight exercises on, such as dips, pull-ups, and leg kicks. For this machine, you want to start for dips. You want to start by stepping up and putting your hands on the handles like this. You then want to jump up, hang like this, go down slowly, and push yourself back up. You can also perform a pull-up by grabbing on top of these handles like this, or like this, and by letting yourself hang, and then pulling up and pulling back down. You can also perform a leg kick exercise for your abs. You can do this by utilizing the foot handles like this, holding on the handles, putting your elbows on the pads like this, letting yourself hang like this, and kicking your feet up and back down.
This is the lying down leg curl, which works your hamstrings. For this exercise, you're going to want to find a weight where you can perform 10 to 12 reps comfortably, with the last few reps being a bit challenging. So for this machine, you're going to want to adjust it to your leg length by pulling out this yellow knob and adjusting it either up or down. You're then going to want to lay down with your ankles behind the leg pad. Hold on to these handles and simply curl your legs up, squeezing at the top and slowly letting it down. This is the seated leg curl, which works your hamstrings. For this exercise, you're going to want to find a weight where you can perform 10 to 12 reps comfortably, with the last few reps being challenging. So for this machine, there's a few different knobs that you're going to want to adjust. This first one, you're going to pull out and adjust to either small, medium, or large, depending on what sits comfortably for you. To adjust the back, you're going to want to pull this lever, this yellow lever, back, and you can adjust it forward or backwards. You then can sit down. You want to put your legs between the pads, and you want to push in this yellow button and then lock it in. Hold on to the handles and curl your legs down and slowly back up. This is the leg press machine that works your 3 major leg muscles, including your quadriceps, hamstrings, and glutes. For this exercise, you're going to want to find a weight where you can perform 10 to 12 reps comfortably, with the last few reps being challenging. To adjust this machine, you're going to want to pull up on this yellow lever so you can move it forwards or backwards. For this machine, you're going to want to place your feet on the pads and put your feet lower to target more quadriceps and higher to target more hamstrings and glutes. Then grab onto the handles and press out in front of you. Make sure to leave a little bend in your leg so that you don't risk hyperextending your knees. This is the hip abduction and adduction machine. This machine works your outer glutes and inner thighs. For this machine, you're going to want to find a weight where you can perform 10 to 12 reps comfortably. To begin with an abduction, you're going to want to place your feet on the feet pedals and place your hand on this lever and pull up on it to adjust. And you're gonna wanna start in the starting position with your legs together. You're then gonna wanna hold on to the handles and move your legs out and back in. Now for an adduction, to work your inner thighs, you're gonna wanna move this lever out, turn these pads, place your knees on the outside, and press in. This is the leg extension machine that works your quadriceps. For this machine, you're gonna wanna find a weight where you can perform 10 to 12 reps comfortably, with the last few reps being challenging. To adjust this machine, you're gonna wanna first adjust the back by pulling this yellow lever up and pushing it forward or backwards. You're then gonna wanna sit down, and you can pull out this yellow knob and push up or down to adjust where it sits on your ankles. Then sit back, hold on to the handles, and press up. Hold there for a second and go back down slowly. This is the calf machine that works your calf muscles. You're gonna wanna find a weight where you can perform 10 to 12 reps comfortably, with the last few reps being challenging. For this machine, you're gonna wanna go over to the free weights and grab whatever weight is best for you. You can then place it on either side to add as much weight as you need. Place the balls of your feet on the black pad below you and adjust the black pad to fit your knees snug. You can then go up on your tippy toes, grab this black lever and move it to the right, and then perform a calf raise.
This is our hack squat machine, which will work your leg muscles. In order to do this, you should choose a weight that you can perform 10 to 12 reps with the last few reps being somewhat difficult to do. With this machine, you can add the weight by putting it on these handles like so. For this exercise, what you want to do, you're going to put your back on the pad and put your shoulders underneath the pad like this. And then to push up and pull the handle on the right side out to unlock the machine. And then to squat down like so and squat back up. This is our Smith machine that you can use for more stability and lighter weight for your exercises, such as bench pressing or squatting. As you can see, the bar stays on one plane when you lift it up, push it out, and press it up and down. It always moves on one plane. This is one of our 2 squat racks, with the other one being over there, where you can perform an exercise called a squat. For the squat rack, there are safety bars which can protect you from dropping the bar at a fast rate. You can place the bar on these handles and adjust these handles by moving up and down by pulling out on the gray ball here. You want to start by putting the bar on the handles like this. To perform a squat, you want to place your hands on the bar like this. You then want to go underneath the bar and put the bar on your shoulders like this. You then, once you stand up, move away from the pins and put your feet about shoulder width apart. While keeping your back straight and bracing your core, you want to squat down like so. You then want to stand up like this after your knees are at a 90-degree angle. If you need to fail when you go down, simply fall down, move your hip back, and fall to the ground like this. This is our leg press machine, which will work your quadriceps, hamstrings, and glute muscles. For this exercise, you want to choose a weight that you can perform 10 to 12 reps with the last few reps being somewhat difficult to do. To adjust the seat on this leg press, you want to pull out on the yellow handle and move the seat up or down as you wish. To perform this exercise, you want to sit down by grabbing onto this handlebar and sitting in the seat in this position. You then want to place your feet like so and press up on the pad. You then want to push these outer handles in so the locks move in. You then want to push your legs down like so and then pushing back up like this. When you've completed this exercise, you then want to push the outer handles back out so the locks are back in place. You can then slowly move the pad back down, and then you've completed the exercise. And you can get up by holding onto the handle, pulling out like this, and standing up. This is our deadlift area, where you can perform things such as Romanian deadlifts or regular deadlifts. We have a plethora of bars over here that you can utilize, and plates that you can utilize as well for the deadlift area. In order to perform a deadlift, you first want to take a bar out and place it on the ground, on the pads. You can then grab the bar simply by going down like this, keeping your back straight at all times. While you're grabbing the bar, you then stand up, keeping your back straight, holding at the top, locking out, putting the bar back down as so.
In this middle area of the gym, we have all of the benches, where we have 3 different bench options, and then a decline bench and an incline bench. For these, we also have 2 different plate racks here and there, where you can grab any free weights you need to simply put on a bar, and make sure to go find a clip somewhere. Squeeze the clip, press in so that your free weights don't move when you're benching.
In this area, by the dumbbell racks, we have multiple benches that you can utilize for different variations of exercises. In order to move these benches, you want to hold them on the handle like this, push them up by the wheel. To move the seat, you push up, this handle comes out, and you can adjust it to whichever height you would like. And to adjust the back of the bench, you pull out the blue handle, move it down or up to whichever size you would like. Here we have multiple dumbbells that you can utilize throughout your workout. On this rack, we have the lighter dumbbells. On this rack, we have also lighter dumbbells scaling from 5 pounds to 35 pounds. Here on the black dumbbells, we have dumbbells that range from 15 pounds to 50 pounds, depending on whichever weight you want to use. On this rack are the heavier dumbbells ranging from 40 pounds to 80 pounds. We also have a heavier rack of dumbbells over here. These are the very heavy dumbbells that range from 70 pounds to 120 pounds. Also along this wall, we have the men's locker room located in the corner here. We also have multiple kettlebells that range from 5 pounds to 50 pounds. This is our chest press machine, which works your chest muscles. For this machine, you're going to choose a weight that you can do 10 to 12 reps with the last few reps being somewhat difficult to do. For this machine, in order to adjust the seat, you hold the seat up and press down on this lever like so. You can then move it up and down to whichever height you wish. Then put the clip back in and push it up. To perform this movement, you first sit down, making sure your feet are comfortably on the ground. You then grab either here with your hands or here to whichever you would like. You can then press out like this, pause at the top, and slowly move back down.
This is the chest fly machine that works your chest muscles. For this exercise, you're going to want to find a weight where you can perform 10 to 12 reps comfortably, with the last few reps being challenging. To perform this chest fly, you first want to start by adjusting this seat by pressing up on this yellow lever and moving it up or down. To perform this exercise, you either want to take your elbows under the pads, or you can grab them by your hands, and you want to push the weight down, squeezing at the top, and then slowly letting the weight go back down. For this white cable in front of me, we have a lot of different options for exercises that you can perform. First of all, to adjust the cable, you want to grab onto this, pull out the yellow knob, and move it up or down for whichever exercise is appropriate. Then you can go over to this wall, and we have a plethora of different attachments that you can use. For example, we can use a rope attachment to then go clip on to the cable. From there, you can perform an exercise like a tricep pushdown. And then whenever you're done and you want to use another attachment, you can easily unclip it and put it back where you found it. This is the assisted pull-up and tricep dip machine. For this machine, I want to note that the higher the weight, the easier it is to perform the exercise, because that's how much is helping you. So for example, for a pull-up, you want to simply step up, put your hands on the bar, and put your feet down onto this lever. You then can pull up and back down. Then to perform a dip, you can use these bars, which move in and out, depending on what's most comfortable for you. And once again, you can put your feet down on the lever and perform a dip.
Here we have another cable attachment, which is our back row machine. For this machine, usually the weights you can use will be on this windowsill right here. Grab whichever one you feel most comfortable using and clip it into the attachment like so. You can also adjust the weight by pulling out on this yellow pin and putting it in whichever weight you feel most comfortable doing. To perform this exercise, you want to first sit on the bench and prop your feet up by the foot pads like this. You then want to grab a hold of the handle like so, Sit back, keep your back straight, and pull the attachment towards you, slowly pulling it back down.
This is the cable lat pull down machine. This is another attachment where you can come over here and you see all these different bars. You could also use one of these shorter ones. For this one, for example, I can bring it over here, clip it in, and I'm gonna wanna sit down, choose a weight that's most comfortable for me, and make sure that these pads are onto my knees by adjusting this yellow knob. I can then stand up, pull down the bar, and I want to make sure I'm fully extending my back, pulling down below my chin to my chest, and then slowly going back up, making sure to fully extend my back to really get the full effects.
Here in the circuit room, we have a rear delt and pec fly machine. This machine is going to work your pectoral muscles and your deltoid muscles, depending on which way you have the handles. You want to choose a weight that you can perform 10 to 12 reps with the last few reps being somewhat difficult to do. For this machine, you want to sit in the chair and put your feet up on the footrest. If you need to adjust the footrest, you press down on this handle into the front to move it forwards or backwards. To perform a pec fly, you want to have the handles out like so. Put your hands like this and press in to work your pectoral muscles. To work your rear delts, you want to grab a hold of this yellow handle here and pull it to the front like this. You then want to put your elbows like this, push out like this, and then alternate your hands as you perform the motion. After using a piece of equipment, it's very important to wipe it down so the germs go away. We have multiple wipe stations located throughout the gym. Here's the first one, and now you can follow me throughout the gym to find the others. One of them is located right here. We have a paper towel dispenser and spray bottle right here. Another wipe station by the dumbbell deadlift area right here. Another one by the Stairmaster right here.
Don't run in the gym. That ends the basic training. I hope you enjoyed and I hope you learned a lot. And we hope to see you working out at the Y all the time because it's so fun.